pretty simple. To beat colon cancer, you've got to catch it early. That's the message from an important series of celebrity public service announcements.
Has anyone ever said, you're the picture of health? You look healthy and you feel fine. But that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the #2 cancer killer.
It's impossible to replace anybody that you loved. She was my great role model, my Grandma Keaton. It was pretty much of a shock for us when she got colon cancer.
Screening finds precancerous polyps so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. I got screened. Now it's your turn. So you can stick around and enjoy the show.
CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Katie Couric knows how important early detection is. She's played a major role in raising public awareness. She's here as we launch a special CBS News series, Conquering Colon Cancer. Katie, good morning.
Hi, Harry. Good to see you.
We have so much to talk about, but I first want to do this because there are a couple of people in the country who may not know and may not remember how intimately this touched your life and how it was that you started your campaign.
My husband, Jay Monahan, died in 1998 at the age of 42 of colon cancer. It was a pretty brief and devastating 9-month battle, and certainly that was shattering to my family, as you can imagine. You know, I had 2 small children. Carrie had just turned 2 and Ellie was 6, and it really came out of the blue. And I think I felt so powerless, Harry, and so helpless in terms of being able to do anything that I became very active in colon cancer awareness efforts after that, because I knew there was something I could do, and I knew there was information, so much I had learned during the process that I wanted to share with others.
One of the things that you did was, I guess it was year 2000.
Right.
You went on television and said, this is what happens. This is what, if you were thinking, I'm afraid to get a colonoscopy, or for whatever reason, and you did this, how did that come to be? How did you say, you know what, let's just do this?
Well, I just knew that so many people were in the dark when it came to colonoscopies. They had never heard of a colonoscopy. They didn't really know what it entailed. And I thought if I could remove some of the stigma and show people the procedure is really quite easy, and it's a lot easier than a diagnosis of colon cancer. And I wanted to explain to women they're diagnosed as often as men. Hispanics, as we saw, Jimmy Smiths, are often diagnosed in the advanced stages. African Americans have a higher mortality rate. There is so much misinformation and really, quite frankly, ignorance out there that I thought I could really shed some light.
The stigma thing is still there, because even as I had a colonoscopy a couple of years ago, friends of mine were like, whoa, whoa. There's just, I don't understand what the stigma is.
Well, I always say I don't want anyone to die of embarrassment. And, you know, basically, get over it.
Yeah.
And if you think about the fact that 130,000 people are diagnosed every single year in this country, it is the second leading cancer killer. 56,000 people die every single year. And it's not just an old man's disease. I can't emphasize that enough, because many women think, oh, that's a disease that will only affect older men.
Right.
But everyone, almost everyone, has a colon, and everyone is vulnerable.
The thing is also early detection, like so many other cancers, and especially with
colon cancer, because it's almost like a colon is its own container, and if you can remove the polyp, or even before it's cancerous, then you literally nip the disease in the bud. And that's why getting a screening colonoscopy when you feel well and you're completely asymptomatic is so critical.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
It really is a great feeling. The other thing about it is...
What, the colonoscopy?
No, there's not... You know what? I went in for mine, and I was determined to watch.
Maybe you enjoyed it a little too much.
I was determined to watch. And I said, oh, where's the monitor? I want to see it. And the guy says, I'm done already. I mean, there's just...
I know. No, it's really quite simple. The procedure is a bit of a pain, but again... If you
you have to drink this juice and you have to clean yourself out.
I always say, think of it as a colonic, you know, it's a cleansing thing.
Right. Here's the truth, though. Since you went on television and did this, and because of your campaign, within the colon cancer community, there's a thing called the Couric effect, which is...
Well, it's a 20% increase in screenings, and colon cancer deaths are down dramatically as well, and if I contributed to that in any way, or the National Colorectal Cancer Research Alliance did, I am so grateful.
But the other problem is, out there, is that people will say, say, okay, sounds like a great idea, let me go do this, there are places in the country where the insurance does not pay
That's
or doesn't
right.
pay,
But
only pays a portion.
There 19 states currently mandate that insurance companies cover screening colonoscopies. 2 others say they have to cover some kind of screening. Again,
Right.
colonoscopy is the gold standard.
Right.
So, many states are following suit, and hopefully this will happen. The CDC has free clinics. Other institutions have free clinics. Medicare covers it. And, sometimes you have to bite the bullet and say, I really want to get this done because I need to find out that I don't have colon cancer.
Peace of mind. The peace
Absolutely.
of mind is amazing.
And you got one and it wasn't bad. In fact, you enjoyed it.
Well, in a manner of speaking.
But anyway, it is so critical.
And we'll look for your stories on the evening news.
That's right.
Katie, thank you very much. Our special series on colon cancer continues tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Kirk. We'll meet a woman who wants to avoid her mother's fate. Then tomorrow on The Early Show, we'll have a quiz to test what you need to know about colon cancer. And you can get much more information on our CBS website. That's cbsnews.com.
I forgot how to take a cue. Sorry.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sorry.
This is live TV,
I'm
okay?
sorry.